2, 1. That was so off.
What?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Side Tangent. If you're hearing a lot of background noise, it's because of a very specific reason. This is Side Tangent, but we're in a car. A couple of when we first started Side Tangent, we had the brilliant idea. Well, Parker did actually, of doing an episode in a car while we're driving around. I'm gonna try not to look at the camera. So Parker, you're in charge of.
I'll be the main point of eye contact. I think that the reason why this could be fun, what we're trying to do with Side Tangent, is just give you the vibe of your old school days, your days at college or high school, where you'd be just getting into random deep discussions with your friends. And I feel like, at least for me personally, most of my most random deep discussions and also a bunch of disasters happen while driving in the car. So hence why we're testing this out. It's currently raining, so maybe the interference will be too loud,
and we're gonna post it no matter what, though. So
yeah,
Side Tangent, but in a car. We're also currently on our lunch break at work, so we're just multitasking today. Yeah, dude, Parker, how's your week been?
I just realized I also looked to the side. It's been good. It's been very rainy here in Utah, which is nice.
It's annoying.
Well, I mean, better than snowing, which
fair.
it was earlier in the week, but now it's warm enough that it's just rain. Are you walk in the rain or run in the rain?
I hate the rain.
Well, but
if it's raining, I would prefer to run.
Okay.
I'd rather get out of the rain as well. I don't understand people that like the rain. I understand looking outside a window, looking at the rain.
Yeah.
But I don't understand being in the rain. Why do people like being
What
in the rain?
What if it's warm rain?
Even then, no, I don't like being wet if I'm not supposed to be wet. If I'm in a swimsuit or something and it's raining, I wouldn't care as much. But if I'm in my normal everyday clothes, I don't want to be wet.
But especially when it's warm rain and that rain smell to die for.
That's another thing. The rain smell is another thing I don't understand.
But it's nice. I can't describe it either, but it's earthy and it's just fresh. Unless it's acid rain, which I was terrified
Do
as
you
a
hear
kid.
yourself right now? You sound ridiculous.
But do you remember when you'd be reading in textbooks and stuff, acid rain is a big problem? And I thought it was a huge problem. I'm sure it still is a problem in some places, but I was
I don't even know if I've ever witnessed acid rain, or maybe I have. I just can't tell the difference.
Ever happened.
It's never happened?
Well, okay. I'm sure it's happened where rain is kind of acidic, but the acid rain that I pictured as a kid, where literally acid was raining and everything was getting dissolved, is not how it works. It's it's
that's sad.
Oh man, there's just a bunch of things as a kid that I thought would be more
like quicksand.
Like quicksand. I wanted to say Quicksilver, but yeah, I thought quicksand would be a huge thing.
I thought I would use stop, drop, and roll more in my life. That just seems like a waste of knowledge.
What's the weirdest car crash you've been in?
I got in a car accident my prom night.
Oh!
I've told you that before.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
That's probably my most embarrassing moment. It was my junior prom. And I had me, my date, and then there was 4 other people in the car.
Uh-huh.
And there was a really tight entrance into an exit, or entrance into a freeway, like one of those really tight roundabout circles.
Mm.
And it was raining a little bit, which is the excuse I say, but I was just going too fast. I tell my parents that it was because it was raining, which it was raining. I think I hydroplaned a little bit, but most of it was because I hit the turn too fast, and I hit the side of the median, and then we went off road.
Whoa!
Didn't hit anyone.
I didn't know.
Didn't hit anyone, luckily, but date was ruined. It was after prom though, so I did get to enjoy prom a little bit. But yeah, that was really embarrassing. And then I had to go. My phone, the calls weren't going through to call my dad, and so a different girl in the car had to, what's it called? Had to call her parents, and then she had to. Her parents had to take us all home, and then my friend that was in the car had to take me home, me and my date home.
So your car was totaled?
Yeah. It was honestly just a little scratch, but because it shifted so quickly, the airbags deployed, so it was technically totaled. But yeah, so that was lame. I don't think I got another date out of that either, but it all works out in the end.
It all works out.
But it was really embarrassing.
I was once I mean, I didn't do this, but I was in the backseat of a car. We were driving in Kentucky, and it was snowing. It was a heavy snowstorm in Kentucky, and we were taking the back roads for some reason. And we were like telling the driver, like, you should slow down. And the driver was like, don't worry, I'm from Utah. I know how to drive in the snow. Cut to not 15 minutes later, and we were in a riverbed.
You were in the riverbed?
We were in the river. The car was in the river. It was like it was a small river.
Oh, okay.
More
So
of
you
a
weren't
stream,
like
I
you
guess.
weren't
No,
drowning or anything.
no. We were just like in a
Jeez.
gully. It was like this Toyota Camry or something, and like we have no reception. We have no way to get out. This random farmer guy in a truck from the 50s shows up, and he's like, "Well, I can try to fish you guys out, but you'll have to attach the chain to the body of the car, and that might rip it off." I was like, "Well, that's our only option." Luckily, it did not rip off, but it was. We were there forever.
Why did he even ask that? It's like, it's either that or leave the car here then.
I think that's what he was. He was like, "I could take you to town." We're like, "No, we're hours away from any destination we need to be." And then we fired the guy who was driving and put him in the back seat. But then the entire rest of the time, he was like, "Don't take this turn too fast." He was like scared. It was like, you're the only one that was in
Kentucky
that
feels like a
situation.
fever dream.
Kentucky is a fever dream in many ways. I do love Kentucky.
I'm
though.
very curious to how the sound is right now because there's so many puddles I'm driving through.
I'm sure it's
I
because
don't
we
know,
have
Parker.
the mics next to
Oh,
us.
so delicious. So we got some soda.
If it doesn't work, then we'll just do it in a video format because I feel like
Yeah.
you can be a bit more lenient with.
We're gonna get some so delicious, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Let's drive. Ugh. For those of you who don't know what Soda Delicious is, a big popular thing here in Utah are soda shops. Because a lot of people here don't drink, and so you can just pull up a lot of different flavors of soda.
I think drive-throughs are my most stressful thing in the world.
Would you prefer to go inside?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm saying because I'm not ordering.
You don't want anything?
Well, if I did, you'd be ordering it for me.
Right. Can you
I've
put this in that cup holder over there?
yeah. I've
You know what you want?
gosh dang it.
Sorry, this is like we're just
no. It's
experimenting.
aesthetics. It works.
Okay.
Give me a small Castaway.
24-ounce My Jam, 24-ounce Castaway. Do you want us to explain what's in the Castaway for those?
No,
that
I
don't know?
did. I panicked. Whenever I panic, I just look at the first thing I see.
What if you hate it?
That happens often, but I get ordering anxiety, I guess.
All right, that's enough. I'm about to order.
You
No,
think
never mind. It's never mind.
Do you think they're gonna see
Definitely.
and be confused?
You can tell it's for a school project or something.
Yeah, that works.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Can I do a 24-ounce My Jam and a 24-ounce? Is it Castaway?
Yeah.
Castaway. Nope, that'll be it.
$7.95.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
That'll be right out.
Sweet, appreciate it. That's pretty smooth, huh? That's pretty. I ordered like a champ there. I knew exactly what I'm doing.
You didn't stutter like I do every
Yeah.
time. I've driven away from if I've
Did you
stuttered
actually
too
notice
much.
the camera?
No, I don't think.
I don't think they
the
noticed.
angle. I've like messed up an order so much that I've just driven away. Right.
No,
in
you
front of them.
haven't.
I have.
You did not.
I stuttered 3 times in a row. And I said, "Have a good day," and I drove off. And I went to a different McDonald's 30 minutes north.
Emily, actually, I shouldn't share the story because I know this person. Never mind. Yeah, no, my uncle, he told me this thing, and I've never forgotten this. He said, like, if you just smile and fake it to people, like, you get a lot of, I don't know, you get treated better. Nice. Like, it's not like rocket science or anything, but he says, like, sometimes I just get free stuff and I don't do anything. I just, like, smile at people and I'm just like, thank you so much. And then people just, sometimes I get, like, we went to a restaurant with him and he got, like a free set of fries or something. It was crazy.
Oh, I have to.
Thank you.
Yes.
Castaway.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thank you too. You might put in my straw in mine. All right,
Oh.
so we just got our So Delicious order. Mine is the My Jam at So Delicious.
Sheena Easton.
Oh, we just got cut off. That was what I was worried about. What if I got a car accident during this bit? The My Jam has Dr. Pepper, coconut milk, or coconut cream, I should say, and raspberry puree.
It's
Bottoms up.
happening again. Great,
Delicious. Now we're stuck in traffic.
great straw
Um,
peeling ASMR.
This car just hit the curb. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, of course it's a Tesla.
One thing I wanted to run by you. Me and our friend Brady. Brady, shout out to Brady. He's one of me and Parker's old roommates when we were all in college. We had a long conversation about this, and I know we haven't been talking about anime a lot on this. You know, we're not an anime podcast, but we do like anime a lot, so we talk about it a lot. So we had this question, and I've been trying to wrap my head around it because it doesn't make sense to me, but it's true. So who would win in a fight? The My Hero Academia universe or the Jujutsu Kaisen universe?
Maybe for those who don't know, My Hero,
It's sky high in cartoon form.
it's just like any superpower you could ever think of. It's just like a world where everyone woke up one day and had superpowers, and there's everything from like crazy superpowers where the very elements listen to you, or other superpowers where you have frog powers, whatever that means.
Yeah,
And then Jujutsu Kaisen is
like the evil version of that.
Well,
Explain that. How do you explain that?
it's based on like it's like Shinto priests or something, a specific group of priests and sorcerers in older Japan where their whole goal was to get rid of bad spirits. It's like similar vibe. It's like Japanese Harry Potter. So like their whole thing is that those sorcerers are still around now, and you can use like negative energy from humans turns into curses, and you had to go and exorcise those curses. So that's kind of the two different shows.
Yeah. So for the anime watchers out there, though, who would win in a fight? The Jujutsu Kaisen universe or the My Hero Academia universe? And I feel like every part of me wants to say the Jujutsu Kaisen universe because, one, the way it's animated, they look a lot tougher, they look stronger. There's Gojo's Infinity, Sukuna's Dismantle and Cleave, and things like that. But the more we talked about it, the more I realized I feel like the My Hero Academia verse not only wins, but I think they destroy them.
Well, here's a question. Because the main bad guy in My Hero Academia is All for One, and his whole power is he can steal other powers.
Right.
Could he steal like jujitsu sorcerer abilities?
So this question is like whenever I'm not a power scaler, I don't know what the rules are for every single universe stuff. But if we're going to equalize it and that one thing means another, I would think so.
Okay.
But then the same thing works for like Yuta. He can copy quirks then if that's the case.
Oh, okay.
But if that's the case too, and then I started thinking about like because I know the biggest thing that people talk about is Gojo's Infinity, and it's like how do you get past it? And I was like, at first I couldn't think of a single character in My Hero that could get past it. One is Mirio. You know, he slips through everything, including light. So I imagine that would
He can like
slip through space, right?
dematerialize and go through anything.
Yeah.
So probably.
But I also don't know if Mirio has enough attack power to do anything to Sukuna. And
Castaway.
I feel like those two, like they would just create like a standoff. Is that what it's called? Yeah, standoff, and where they just can't hurt each other.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, that's not right. But then I was like, could Best Jeanist theoretically, like, just hold them, like hold Gojo,
Best Genius, the person who can
control threads, right?
control basically all cloth,
Yeah,
which is a really broken
100%.
power.
He tries to do it to All for One, obviously, but he doesn't. He gets killed immediately. But could he
died.
hold it?
I forgot.
Well, he doesn't die. He just gets wrecked.
Okay.
Remember, it was in the. It's when All Might and All for One have their final battle, and like before All Might loses his powers for good. The reason All for One shows up and just wrecks Best Jeanist. Anyways, I think like could Best Jeanist's quirk, does it go through Infinity and touch the cloth and holds him there? Same with Sukuna. Could he just hold everyone? Because my thing is with My Hero Academia, Shigaraki alone might wipe most. Oh, that's a red light. Here we go. Shigaraki alone probably wipes most of the Jujutsu Kaisen verse. He touches the ground, and a lot of them are dead. But there's Sukuna. There's a lot. There's Maharaga. There's Sukuna. There's Gojo. And I don't think Shigaraki alone can defeat them unless he touches them, which he might be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Another character that I think would, if you think that Koda if you consider curses to be like animals, could he theoretically talk to the animals?
I don't think curses are like animals because they're specifically human emotions or like born from that.
All right,
I think there's something different.
I think you're right, but for the sake of argument,
for the sake of
if
argument,
he theoretically could talk to like the rainbow dragon, I think that's what it's called. It's the dragon that Ghetto has. Anyways, if he theoretically could talk to it and make it do what he wants it to do, or Maharaga or something, I don't know. There's another.
Did we ever just like, can quirk users see curses?
That's another problem. It's like, if we equalize it, can they see it? I don't know. I also don't know like how much curse energy does a quirk user have.
It would just depend on.
It's probably why like these conversations don't actually work out in the end. But for the sake of conversation, another character that I think really throws a wrench in for the people who are on the Jujutsu Kaisen side is Shinzo.
Can you remind me what he does?
He's the brainwashing guy, and or brain control guy.
So like if he says their name or something.
No, if he asks them a question and they answer him, they're under his control,
which is very specific.
So they're not going to know it. How do you think that that's what someone might have? That's such a specific thing. So he asks Gojo and them a question, and then what? And he's like, oh, then they can turn off their quirks, and then everyone can just go ham, right?
Probably. Yeah.
And now another question is, if a Jujutsu Kaisen character uses a domain expansion, then what? Now, I think Deku could get out of it. I think the vestiges that's inside Deku. But he got out of like mind control. He's gotten out of Shinzo's mind control thing.
But it's not because it's not like within your mind. It's within like a domain expansion is basically creating like a pocket dimension where you can control the physics. And the only ways that people have gotten out of domain expansions has been by making like their own domain, or like making a. Basically, like creating their. So, and I don't think anyone has an ability like that, or at least Deku doesn't.
Well, here's the thing too with Deku, he has danger sense. So, do you think he could sense that a domain is about to happen and then just get away from it?
Probably that's domain. More likely.
They don't cover that large of space. I think Sukuna has the largest spanning one, but his is only like 2 football fields worth, which Deku could span.
Yeah,
so that's another thing. I think My Hero Academia characters have the speed advantage. I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I keep getting work updates too while we're talking. So that's another wrench in it. Another thing is, if we're gonna say that All For One can copy quirks, and if like Yuta could copy quirks and stuff, I think it's safe to say that means Eraserhead should be able to cancel curse techniques.
Sure, I mean that.
So if he is, then that just solves the whole thing about Infinity.
But that's just because he can only cancel one at a time.
True. So he could probably stop Infinity, so making Gojo touchable. But I mean, his other things like blue, red, and purple.
I was gonna say, like, does that get rid of all of his abilities?
Well, I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure like his 6 eyes, Infinity, and like curse. What is it? Reverse curse techniques are all separate things. So you only cancel one of these things. If he cancels out Infinity, though, Gojo is touchable. Shigaraki can touch the ground and disintegrate everyone.
Sure.
Gojo can also float, though, so maybe he can. I'm just thinking of all. There's a lot of ways that the My Hero Academia, because I think most characters in Jujutsu Kaisen don't stand a chance.
Sure.
I do think like a Jogo versus Endeavor fight would be sick, but I just think most of them don't last, except for Gojo and Sukuna and maybe a couple others. I just think My Hero clears. I don't know. Comment down below if that's what you agree with. Yeah.
I think Jujutsu Kaisen would win, but that's because
some bullcrap, Parker.
I still don't think that they could see spirits.
But that does change. If whether or not you think they can see curses or not, does change a lot of things.
But the whole argument that if you got rid of like let's say the strongest characters in My Hero, like Deku and All For One, and got rid of the strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen like Gojo and Sukuna, then My Hero, the remainder My Hero would probably win.
Perhaps. Also, here's another thing: is the My Hero verse has a lot more destructive capabilities. Like they can take out. I think they could take out. They could level a city. Like certain characters could level a city by themselves if they wanted to. I'm thinking like Endeavor or even Todoroki. I think could.
Mm-hmm.
Deku and All Might for sure could level out a city, but Sukuna's domain expansion, it only covers like 2 football fields length, and it just disintegrated everything. That is about as much as that it was able to do, and that's his domain. So I don't know. There's also Night Eye. He can see the future, so maybe he can. Whether or not they can see a curse or not, he might be able to tell when the one's about to attack. So that helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, we don't have to keep talking about that.
Here's a question for you, since we're on the topic of superheroes and stuff. And I can't remember if I've asked you this question before, but first question.
We're just driving around, by the way. We're not going anywhere.
Would you rather have invisibility or flight as a superpower?
How fast can I fly?
We'll say like a jet airliner. Like you could match the pace of a passenger plane.
Just so that this isn't like a genie situation. Like my body can handle that.
Yes. Your body can handle it.
Okay, I'd fly. I don't see why I would need invisibility. I'm trying to think of a reason why I would need it, except to sneak into things. I don't really see myself doing that.
And so let's say wake up tomorrow. You can now fly, and your body can handle it.
That red Cybertruck is ugly.
There's a bright red Cybertruck.
I'm a fan of Cybertrucks, but some of these colors are hideous. The original color is not that good.
Is that even,
red one is disgusting.
Is that even offered by Tesla, or is that just?
I think it's custom that a lot of people do. All black Tesla Cybertrucks though, those are cool. I like those a lot. Anyways, continue your question. Sorry.
So you wake up tomorrow with the ability to fly.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Are you going to fight crime?
No, I'll say this to the day I die. It's funny to me whenever the superpower question comes along, people always assume like, what would I fight crime with? I would not fight crime. I would not do that. I don't think the average person would. Mm-hmm. Who am I to go fight crime?
There's a study that confirmed that, where they asked the same thing of like, I was studying you because I did what they did in the study where they asked, would you rather have invisibility or flight? And I think it was pretty like 50-50, but almost no one said that. When they were asked like, would you fight crime, everyone was like, no. They're like, if I had another power, maybe like something to protect me, but no one wanted to.
So I'm just like an average Joe.
So you're just a basic stare at the screen.
In a circle like 3 times.
They don't know that.
Well, they do now because I said something. So yeah, I'm just a basic dude.
I
thought I was like
everyone is.
Wow, that's lame. Okay, I thought I had something there. I thought I really did something there. Never mind. Yeah, so I'm just like everyone else. Then yeah, I would fly. I would just go places.
But everyone else, I would say the majority of people are lying to themselves, thinking that they would fight crime.
I just don't know how I would fight crime. Because I would have to fly, and if I'm flying that fast, I can't see. Like I just don't know what.
So let's say like a guy is mugging a lady. You fly down, pick him up, fly up, and then drop him.
I guess.
I don't think there's any way to like non-violently.
Well, if I drop him, he's dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't think of any way to like actually like fight. You can only rely on like the shock of a flying person picking you up.
I'm just gonna go to a parking lot.
Okay.
We'll just stay in the car.
A bunch of random parking lots.
But dude, we could totally have a third person back there. Would anyone like to be a guest on Side Tangent and sit in the back of the car? I'm asking a question, so please answer. No, I would not fly. What I would do, if I had to pick any superpower, I would teleport. Teleporting, I think, is the coolest superpower, and I think it's the most useful, next to like making clones of yourself that can do stuff for you. I just got cut off by one of our coworkers. Unreal. We're back in the parking lot of our building. Oh my gosh, it's in the video. Crap. It just showed up in the background of the video.
Well, we'll just cut this bit out.
No. We'll just blur it. I'll blur it in the video.
Okay.
I'm just going to put like a logo in front of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
one job.
I know.
There it is again. It's still there. Maybe you should park somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm just going to face the other way.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even think about that. That's a huge downfall to this idea. Is that people could probably find out where we're at.
Well, we'll just
also this car. Okay.
It's not in the right spot.
No, it's just like halfway through the. Yeah. Anyways, Parker, can you explain your Sodalicious drink?
Oh, I don't know what's in it. It's Castaway.
You're useless, dude. You are useless.
It's like a Sonic slushy, and I detect some coconut, and I don't know what else is in it.
I'm realizing driving around while talking was very distracting. I feel like I was losing my thought a lot. So now that I'm parked, I feel a lot more focused. I feel a lot more engaged with the
I was
conversation
gonna say,
now.
you seem pretty focused. You were very passionate about
It was.
My Hero versus Jujutsu Kaisen.
I keep getting notifications. This is
It's
annoying.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think this is a good time for things I think about a lot, but have a hard time explaining why.
Yes.
And this one's not hard. This one is a little different. Not hard to explain why. It's just something I find funny. When oh no,
I'll be honest. I saw that happening, and I did nothing.
Yeah, you did
I was just
nothing.
laughing.
When cars are merging, like two lanes are about to merge. It's funny to me. I just think about this a lot because it's just the logic isn't there for people where they try to merge. They try to get over to the next lane that's about to merge as fast as they can. Before just if everyone just merged where the lanes merge, everything would move faster. You would get there faster. We would get there faster. So when cars merge early, I just go past them, and then I get to where I need to go faster because they decided to merge too early.
So when someone's merging to the right of you, you don't slow down to give them space.
No. If we're at like where the merge point is,
Yeah, like going onto a freeway.
yeah. If we're going on the freeway and it's the point where the lanes are officially merged, it's every other.
And there's like the big arrow on the ground and stuff
yeah,
like that.
it's a big arrow. But some people, before they get to those arrows, when the lanes start to merge, they start to go too early.
I do that.
Yeah.
I start signaling.
I think people think it because people think it's faster. It's not faster.
Well,
Everyone merged.
I don't think it's just because once I get to the merge point, whenever I've gotten to the merge point, there's oftentimes where someone won't slow down and give me an opening. So you kind of had to like be driving alongside.
And I get that. That's on. It takes everyone.
Yes.
But
if we all
everything
follow that
would be
rule,
faster.
Yes.
If everyone just did every other and merged where the merge point was, we'd get there faster.
Do you know what else would make things faster? And supposedly this is why everyone wants. Oh, there it goes again.
There it goes again. We're
this
losing it. All right. This is gonna make a lot of noise. Oh, never mind. I already touched it.
If all the cars, the second the light turned green, we all accelerated at the exact same time.
Yeah, is it just because everyone's reaction time is different? Is that why it's slow down?
Yeah, because what people usually do is you wait till the car in front of you leaves, then
Right.
you accelerate, and
Okay.
which like of course, how else would you do it? It would take perfect teamwork for everyone to like start moving at the same time. That would only work if it was like an autonomous vehicle, which I don't even know if I want an autonomous vehicle. But the idea of like
I would use a different word.
I don't
You're having a hard time saying autonomous.
an auto car. So like
Self-driving car.
let me paint you a picture, okay? It is like
I'm gonna close my
let's
eyes.
say you start work at 7:30.
Okay.
It's 7:10.
Okay.
You have a 20-minute drive.
Okay.
You just get out of bed.
Okay.
And you jump into your auto car.
Okay.
In the auto car, you have a shower. You have like
What color's
a
my
little
car?
red, just like the Tesla
Oh,
truck we
gross.
saw.
Can it be blue?
No. So you have a little like mini shower. You have like on a cruise ship, you have like a little kitchenette and stuff. And
Okay.
now the vehicle.
Oh boy. Does it keep falling?
Yeah.
I might need to get a new car mount.
Either way,
Okay.
would you rather like get ready at home, or like would you be able to get ready in a moving vehicle as it auto drove you to work?
You want to tell something super stupid I did in high school?
What?
I once had to change shirts. And so as I was driving, I was able to successfully take off my shirt and put a shirt on without crashing. And that was the dumbest thing I think I've ever. That was so dumb of me to do because I easily could have crashed. So I'd change in the car.
Sheena Easton.
Right. Well,
Okay, this can be our last point before it falls down again.
yeah.
Do you know what I did with the car once? I was going over to hang out with some friends, including a lady friend that I was interested, but I was worried that I smelled bad. So I built a makeshift shower and used it while I was driving. Where I got a water bottle and poked a bunch of holes, and then just like while I was driving, just poured it over me. It was like,
Oh no way. Okay.
and I didn't even have shampoo or anything. It wouldn't have made any difference. It just made me wet, and my seats wet and stuff. But just imagine sitting
So
there.
did you show up wet?
Well, and then I blasted the heater and stuff, so I was like damp.
Moist.
Yeah,
Never mind.
it
did you
didn't
do
work at
that?
all. I don't know. I was very impulsive.
You should just get wipes.
That's not a bad idea.
Your hair is not what's unless you're really bad, but like you just
No.
gotta wipe.
That was
be good.
fine.
Dude, our new place has bidets. It just came with the place, and I tried it for the first time.
Are you a fan?
Life changing.
Really?
Life changing.
I've been really curious.
Not
to try
life changing, but it's well, come over.
But
You can use the bidet. We can do an episode on bidets, like sitting on. Never mind. Just two pros using the bathroom together. Well, I call it there. This was an experiment. We appreciate you guys coming on this ride. I have some ideas already of how we can make this better. But this was 1.0 side tangent, but in a car. Parker, any last words?
Just make sure you have both hands on the steering wheel unless you're giving yourself a shower.
I think next time we won't actually drive. We'll just be in the car.
That's fair.
That makes sense. Shout out to Sodalicious for sponsoring this. Not really, but we went and got some.
Not sponsored.
Anyways, love you guys. Catch you guys next week. From now on, episodes, quick update. Episodes Side Tangent dropping every Saturday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Shorts will be on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, TikTok. We're everywhere. We're trying. We're getting
Whenever.
there. By Shakira.
By Shakira.
Anyways, shout out Shakira. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.